What is Medicare Part A and what does it cover? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video, so please stay tuned. My name is Jamie from meetjamie.com. I'm a licensed insurance agent helping people understand how the Medicare program works, as well as connecting them with the coverage that fits their needs. If you have any questions about Medicare, feel free to leave them in the comments below, or again, you can get in touch with me there through my website at meetjamie.com. So I'm going to share my screen with you and jump over to the Medicare New Handbook for 2025. If you've not seen this book, you can download it online. If you are wondering if you have it at home, I'll just show you here what it looks like on the front. This is what the front of the book looks like, and it should come to you if you are on Medicare or about to be on Medicare. So it's just Medicare and you 2025. So today we're going to talk specifically about Medicare Part A, which is hospitalization, also known as inpatient hospitalization. So as you can see here, we're going to jump right to the page that talks about specifically what does Medicare Part A cover. So again, some people call Part A hospital insurance, other people may call it inpatient hospital care. Hospital is the easiest to remember. So Part A covers anything that you would need to have done inpatient at a hospital. So if you are admitted to the hospital, this is what Part A is meant to cover. In fact, this is actually how Medicare got started. Medicare started with just Part A because of the costs for hospitalization. As you can see here, it also is going to help cover potentially some costs for skilled nursing facility care, as well as hospice care and home health care. So I'm going to scroll down here and look again at what do I pay for Part A covered services. So there could be co-payments, co-insurance, and deductibles for each service listed on the following pages. And depending on how you have your coverage set up, whether you have a Medicare Advantage plan or Medigap or Medicaid or employer retiree, that's going to determine how Medicare Part A is covered. So first of all, one of the big things that Part A covers is blood. So if the hospital gets blood from a blood bank at no charge, you won't have to pay for it or replace it. If the hospital has to buy blood for you, you must either pay the hospital costs for the first 3 units of blood that you get in a calendar year, or you or someone else can donate blood. So a lot of times, if you've done any sort of research on Medicare, you might have seen, like especially on a Medigap chart, a line item in there talking about coverage for blood. That's exactly what it's talking about, is this line right here. Medicare supplements can help pay for those first 3 units of blood. Also, home health services, Part A and or Part B covers home health benefits. Again, I'm not going to go to page 43. This is something, again, you can look up on your own in that book if you have it. Just kind of trying to point people in the right direction. If you do end up in hospice care, Part A is going to cover that. To qualify for hospice care, a hospice doctor and your doctor, if you have one, must certify that you're terminally ill, meaning you have a life expectancy of 6 months or less. When you agree to hospice care, you're agreeing to comfort care instead of care to cure your terminal illness. You also must sign a statement choosing hospice care instead of other Medicare covered treatments for your terminal illness and related conditions. Coverage includes all items and services you need for pain relief and symptom management, medical, nursing, and social services, drugs for pain and symptom management, durable medical equipment for pain relief and symptom management, aid and homemaker services, other covered services you need to manage your pain and other symptoms, as well as spiritual and grief counseling for you and your family. It is worth noting that Medicare certified hospice care is usually given in your home or other facility where you live, like a nursing home. Original Medicare, so when they say original Medicare, remember what they're talking about is A and B, will still pay for covered benefits for any health problems that aren't part of your terminal illness and related conditions. But hospice should cover most of your care. This is worth noting. Medicare won't pay room and board for your care in a facility unless the hospice medical team decides you need short-term inpatient care to manage pain and other symptoms. This care must be in a Medicare-approved facility like a hospice facility, hospital, skilled nursing facility that contracts with the hospice provider. Then it goes into a little bit of the costs. You pay nothing for hospice care, a co-payment of up to $5 prescription for outpatient drugs for pains and symptom management, and then talks a little bit more about Medicare approved amounts for respite care. Next, it's going to talk about inpatient hospital care. So this is important. Part A. Medicare covers semi-private rooms, meals, general nursing, drugs, including methadone to treat an opioid use disorder, and other hospital services and supplies as part of your inpatient treatment. This includes care you get to acute care hospitals, critical access hospitals, inpatient rehabilitation facilities, long-term care hospitals, psychiatric care in inpatient psychiatric facilities, and inpatient care for a qualifying clinical research study. This doesn't include private duty nursing, a television or phone in your room. If there's a separate charge for these items, personal care items, or a private room unless medically necessary. One connection to Part B here that I'll show too, it says if you also have Part B, it generally covers 80% of the Medicare approved amount for doctor services while you're in a hospital. So again, just for a little context, we're just talking about what Part A covers. We're not talking about how a Medicare supplement or Medicare Advantage could help supplement your coverage. So we're just going through and looking at what it actually covers. So in 2024, this was the 2024 book, it's saying that days 1 through 60, $0 after you meet your Part A deductible. And in 2024, that deductible was $1,632. In 2025, it is going to be, let me see, pull it up here, $1,676. So this is one of the very first large expenses that you can face if you just have original Medicare. Days 61 through 90, 408 each day. After 90 days, 816 each day for each lifetime reserve day. Again, if you have a supplement or advantage plan, that's going to help offset some of those costs. Let's see, just look at a couple other things. Skilled nursing facility care is one of the other big things that people have questions about. So I want to just highlight this to you. So Medicare covers skilled nursing facility care after a 3-day minimum medically necessary inpatient hospital stay. So a lot of times people are surprised at the limited coverage for skilled nursing facility under Medicare. So this is something that you're going to want to be aware of. In order for that to kick in, the threshold of the 3-day minimum has to be there. Medicare covers semi-private rooms, meals, skilled nursing facility, and therapy services and other medically necessary services and supplies in a skilled nursing facility. To qualify for skilled nursing facility care, your doctor must certify that you need daily skilled care, which as a practical matter you can only get at a skilled nursing facility inpatient. And then it even embolds this for you. Medicare doesn't cover non-medical long-term care. Then it goes into costs for skilled nursing facility care. Days 1 through 20, nothing. Note if you're in a Medicare Advantage plan, you may be charged co-payments during the first 20 days. That's something to keep in mind. And then days 21 through 100, you'll pay $204 each day, and then days 101 beyond all costs. You may not need a 3-day minimum inpatient hospital stay if your doctor participates in an accountable care organization or your provider is approved for skilled nursing facility 3-day rule waiver. So there's a lot to digest there, and I don't want this video to go on too long, but I wanted to just give you kind of a brief overview to how or what Medicare Part A covers and how it works. Again, this is why people sign up for additional coverage like a Medicare supplement and a Medicare Advantage, because there are a lot of financial holes, so to speak, left over that come to you from original Medicare if you don't have some sort of additional coverage. And so that's where a Medicare supplement and Medicare Advantage can be a very important financial tool to help protect you financially. Again, that's all I have for you in this video. If you enjoy videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the like button, and again, if you have any questions about Medicare, feel free to ask them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Have a great day.